Today's side lying exercise is noughts and crosses. This is a really strong exercise for building strength in the hip and around the hip joint, especially the outside of the leg. We're going to lift the top leg up to hip height, and then we're going to start with a circle. Now, as you circle, thinking about keeping your core switched on. So we're thinking rib to hip to hip, pelvic floor. We're thinking sit bone to sit bone, pubic bone to tailbone. So we're keeping everything locked in and tight. That way we're stabilizing the leg as it moves. Going to do up to 8 circles in each direction. If you want to do some more, that's absolutely fine. Hit the pause button, do some more. If you want to do slightly less, again, absolutely fine. Have a little bit of a longer rest. Once you've done your circles in each direction, we're then going to move into the cross element. So we're going to come down to the front, back to hip height, up to the back to hip height, up to the front, back to hip height, down to the back. Now, as you're moving that top leg around, especially as you take the leg backwards, really thinking rib to hip. So we're pulling those ribs down towards your hips. Don't let your upper body move. Don't arch your back. Don't let your pelvis roll backwards. This is, like I said, a really strong move. So if you need to reduce it down, feel free to do so. If the other way, you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can add in some extra reps. That's totally fine with me. Once we've done one side, we're going to roll over onto the other side, making sure your hip and your shoulder are in a line, starting off with those circles. As you're circling, everything else stays nice and still, keeping your chin lifted. Make sure you're not looking down at your feet. And then coming into your rest pose. I'm now going to take you through, in my opinion, one of the best stretches. So we're going to do a hamstring stretch. Going to lay on your back, going to bring your right foot up into the band, making sure it's more around the back of your foot, so to your heel than towards your toes. And then you're gently going to pull that band in until you can feel that mild tension in your hamstrings. We're going to hold that for about 6 seconds, and then we're going to develop it by pointing your toes at your face and pulling that leg a little bit closer, and we're holding this for around 30 seconds. We're then going to put the band into the left hand and guide the leg over to the left hand side of the body. So you should now feel the stretch in the outside of that leg. Again, holding for 6 seconds and then seeing if we can develop it. Bring the foot a little bit closer to your body for an additional 30. Then we're going to bring the band and the leg back to the middle, put the band into your right hand and guide the leg out to the side, and we're going to hold it there for again 6 seconds and then try and just bring that foot a little bit closer to your body for a further 30. Bringing your leg back to the middle, we're going to open the band up, put the left foot in the band, bring the right foot back so it's flat on the floor, and start with that hamstring stretch again. So pulling the leg towards you, 6 seconds, then pointing your toes at your face, pull it a little bit closer, see if you can develop it for a further 30. Then putting the band in your right hand, pulling it over to the right hand side of your body, 6 second hold, and then see if you can develop it for a further 30. And then we're going to put the band into the left hand, let the leg fall out to the side, right hip must remain on the floor, holding for 6 seconds, and then see if you can develop it a little bit further for a further 30. Taking the band off your foot, take a full body stretch and come back to your rest pose. Love to know what you think. Is that the best stretch? Next, I'm going to take you through a press up rotational flag. So you're going to come into your plank position, going to do a press up, and then we're going to rotate up to one side, come back to the center, and then rotate to the other, come back to the middle, and then go back into another press up. This is a really tough move. So if you need to reduce the reps down or have a little break, hit pause, have a break, and then come back into it, that's absolutely fine. I totally understand. Keeping in that nice plank position, so there's a nice line from your shoulder through your hips into your ankles. Try not to let your bum get any higher. As you press up, you could always come into a 3/4 press up if you were finding a full press up too challenging, and then go back into your plank for your rotation. We're thinking about that rotation coming from that mid spine. So really think about rolling that rib cage, opening up those chest muscles. Every time you put your hands down, make sure your hand is going under your shoulder so we're supporting the elbow. And once you've finished, coming back into your rest pose. Well done.